Joining me now, I have retired Army Brigadier General Shawn Harris. General, good morning to you, sir, and thanks for starting the hour with me.
Good morning, Marky. Good to see you again.
So Iran striking all these U.S. bases and these command centers across the Middle East overnight and says it hit F-35 hangars in Jordan. I mean, what does this kind of escalation signal to you, sir?
I think what we're seeing here is hopefully we can get things to calm back down. The United States did a strike yesterday or just last night, and then they turned back around and hit us. Hopefully now we can actually calm things back down and get back to the table of negotiations.
And how do we calm things back down? And is that possible at this point?
Everything's possible. The reality of it is at the highest level of our leadership on both sides, we need to come off of all the social media and just let the negotiators do the talking for us and again, let things calm back down again.
What did you make of the Apache helicopter being shot down yesterday and the rescue? Thankfully, those two crew members okay, but CENTCOM still hasn't confirmed whether Iran intentionally, targeted the helicopter or whether, the drone, I don't know, did it on accident. But what did you make of that in their rescue?
Yeah, that was pretty surprising that hit could actually happen. But what I will say, I think it was just amazing that Task Force 59, which is in charge of our autonomous systems when it comes to things that we use out in the ocean, I thought it was just amazing to see that an autonomous drone could actually go out, find the pilots, pick them up, get them back to safety. That's the first time in history something like that has ever happened. And I think we're going to learn a lot from that. But it's still the investigations going on to see exactly how this helicopter was shot down.
Yeah, I mean, the rescue just remarkable yesterday. But I do find it interesting if the president, sent out on social media that Iran intentionally, shot this helicopter down. Why hasn't CENTCOM confirmed that, you think? Marky,
I used to be part of CENTCOM. Before CENTCOM puts out a statement, they're going to verify and make sure what they're putting out is 100% accurate. Not saying the president is wrong, but CENTCOM is going to make sure before they put something out that they can verify that this was actually a strike or was this a mistake. And we should know something here in the next 24 to 48 hours.
So there is a chance that it wasn't intentionally shot down by Iran?
Yes, it is a chance. But again, the investigation's going on, and we'll wait for the next 24 to 48 hours, and we should find something out.
You also had this northern Israeli air base that was reportedly damaged in strikes this week as well. Is the tide turning against the U.S. and Israel here?
I wouldn't say it's turning against us. I would just say this. If you go all the way back to Sunday, this has been a very kinetic time with Iran. If you go back to the Israeli attacks that happened on Sunday, Monday, and then you have ours today. Like I said earlier in this interview, I think all sides, now when I say all sides, I'm including Israel in this discussion, is that all sides need to temper down and make sure that we can get the negotiators back to the table. Because the worst thing that we can actually have is this turns into a greater war and spreads throughout the Middle East.
The other thing that I was thinking of, General, just yesterday, we haven't had a press conference from, Hegseth and General Kane in at least 2 or 3 weeks, it feels like. What do you make of that, and how concerned are you that the Pentagon hasn't been forthcoming about the amount of damage Iranian strikes have done to U.S. bases and other assets in the region, and what our current arsenal actually looks like behind the scenes?
Yeah, I was thinking the same thing, Marky, that I think that the leadership for the Pentagon needs to come out today and give us a full-blown briefing on exactly what's going on. Where do we stand? Where do we stand with our arsenal? And then where are we going in the future? Because you're right, it has been quite some period of time. And I just look forward to the leadership coming out here in the next couple of days and tell us, not only us, but tell the American people exactly what's going on in Iran.
And all of these strikes that have been traded back and forth, all week long for the last, several days at least, does that derail negotiations between the United States and Tehran? And what do you think comes next before I let you go?
I won't say it won't derail it, but I will say it puts extreme pressure on it. And that's why I think, again, the senior leaders of all of our countries, from Israel to Iran to back here to the United States, our senior leaders need to come off social media, calm things back down so that our negotiators can get back to Pakistan and start having a real conversation of how do we get like Marky, we only working on a framework right now. We're not even working on a real plan. We're just trying to get what are the guidelines for the framework. So we still got a long way to go to get to yes in this situation that we're currently in with Iran.
And the United States is now, firing off these self-defense strikes, and we're technically still in a ceasefire. That seems like a contradiction of terms to a lot of people.
I would tell you, I think that's why Secretary of War needs to come in and explain to the American people, because with everything that's actually happening, especially with pilots being shot down and ending up in the middle of the ocean, I think they need to come in and explain to people to say what is a ceasefire versus what is a war. And I look forward to them having that conversation with the American people.
Yeah, and where things stand now. Brigadier General Shawn Harris, I got to let you go and end it there. But thank you so much, as always, sir. Appreciate your time.
Thank you very much.